Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? You've done this before. I don't need to explain it to you. I just like to remind you this is not exact science. Communicate the best way we can. Sometimes you'll have to stretch it outside the box a little bit. If it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either remember it later, see it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. Go, know what he's talking about. So, I'm going to talk to the boy today. Kind of just like hear the beat of drums like off in the distance. What the heck is that? Like doom da doom da doom da doom 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 da doom da doom 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 doom. But I can't see for sure. Can't see what it is. It doesn't really sound like a band. Don't know. I'm sure there's some reason for it. There always is. Keep that in mind. Keep that beat in mind. Maybe. It's off in the distance, so I don't know why he's wanting me to hear this. It's like I hear it in my ear, but it sounds just as soft. I mean, it doesn't sound any louder. The same rhythm. Dum 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 dum. Anyway, just keep that in mind. Okay, he's showing me that sometimes you're sitting. It could be standing. I mean, but he's showing you sitting there. It could be standing. You could be walking. That doesn't matter. And you kind of jerk your head to the side, like he's there. I don't know if you think you see him out of the corner of your eye, or maybe you do see him out of the corner of your eye, or you just sense him. And you expect to see him when you turn your head. You don't see him, so you doubt what you're feeling. But you're feeling him. You're knowing that he's there. And you could be seeing him in your peripheral vision. He's not showing it that way. Because most people can see him in the peripheral vision, like you'll see somebody walk by and you turn your head and there's nothing there, and you think it's your imagination, but it's not. It's why it works that way, I don't know. He's being kind of flighty today. He's not trying to get him to land on something and stick. Because he just said something about you and a cat, and that was it. It's his show. It's his ball game. He can do it any way he wants to. See, again, he's over here behind this shoulder, and he's got his face like right up here, and I can just feel him. If you don't feel that, you should be feeling that. Everybody feels the energy different. I can't tell you exactly how you're going to feel it. Right now, it's just kind of like a fullness, like a little bit of a pressure. So he's trying to make his presence known to you. So if you do feel that and you're doubting it, don't doubt it. He says you've been happier lately, and that's a good thing. He says keep putting one foot in front of the other. It's okay to be happy. He says, now where do you want to go from here? What do you want to do? Where do you expect to be? What's your next choice? You live by choices. What's your next one going to be? It's all up to you. I can help, but I can't not do it for you. So what do you want your next choice to be? Vanilla or chocolate? And I don't think he's talking about ice cream, but that's what comes to my mind. But he's saying vanilla or chocolate. Two totally different looking things, but they're both your choice. And he says your life is your choices. Do you want to choose this one? Do you want to choose this one? You want to choose door A? You want to choose door B? Do you want to buy a white car? Do you want to buy a black car? Do you want to live in a green house? Do you want to live in a purple house? Those are your choices. What choices are you going to make from now on? He says, for the betterment of you. He says, personally, I like green. I don't know if he's talking about a car, a house, or what. He likes green. Okay, I just saw him poking his head around the corner. So, there it just happened to me. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw him poke his head around the corner. When I turned to look, I don't see him. So just know that those little things are real. Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him. Ask him to do it more. Ask him to step forward more. It's totally up to you. It's your free will choice. He's like creeping. Now that I'm not looking straight at him, he's like creeping out from around the corner. Doing it slowly. Step by step, inch by inch. There used to be a spooky story that said that. One of those you'd tell around the campfire and then scare somebody. What's your preference? So that's back to choices. He says you have to decide. You have to decide. You can't just sit there and spin your wheels. He goes, well, you can, but you shouldn't. He says write it down. So whatever it is you're thinking of, you must have a couple of choices as far as moving forward down your path. And you can't make up your mind. Write them down. Look at them. Put them in black and white. And I always tell people, and I haven't done it for a while, it used to be every morning I'd write down at least 5 things I was grateful for and 5 things that I would like to see happen in the near future. Not I don't want this person around me, but it has to be positive when you write down the things you want. It has to be on a positive aspect. Let's say, it's like this one couple kept bothering me all the time. And it's not like, I don't want you around me, blah, 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 all this negative stuff. I would say, I want them to go find a better place to be than around me and meet new people and enjoy themselves somewhere else besides around me, bothering me. So you have to flip it around. 5 things you're grateful for, even if it's that you can see that you have a device to watch this on or listen to it. That's materialistic shit, though. That's That's not the important stuff. Be grateful that you can see, that you're breathing, that your fingers move. It can be as simple as that. That you can feel the socks on your feet. Your feet are warm. Or it can be huge things you're grateful for. But it's better if you don't do the materialistic stuff. I'm grateful I have a car that can get me down the road. May not be the best thing in the world. I'm grateful I have a roof over my head. He's stressing this very, very strong. You need to see the positive side. You need to see the part that you really should be grateful for, that we take for granted every single day. He says, then write down the 5 positive things you want, would like to see happen, would like to see in your future. What can you see, even if you can only see a few inches ahead of you moving forward? Doesn't matter. That's a few inches more than you were. One baby step more than you were. And if it's not in your best interest, you won't get it, more than likely. But you can take baby steps towards it. Is there something else you're wanting to do, though? Something like a dance class, a yoga class, ballet class, something along that line. Or maybe you are doing it. Maybe he's trying to validate it. But go do it. I don't know what you look like because I don't creep anybody's Facebook page that I do readings for. It messes up my little mind. But he's showing you kind of flipping your hair back. So I'm assuming your hair is longer. Flipping your hair back. You bend your head forward and it always falls down. You flip it back. Could be he's trying to validate that. Again, he wants to know where you want to be 5 years down the road. He's talking about a marshmallow. I don't know if he's talking about you being soft and squishy like a marshmallow, and I don't mean that he's saying that you're pudgy. Or he's saying he was a marshmallow inside, or you're eating marshmallows. Or we're just buying some, or just picked up a bag. I don't know. Not sure where he's going. I feel like the marshmallow is more like something, some emotional characteristic. I don't think that's even the right words. Good grief. Hamburger. I don't know why he's just throwing words out. He can do whatever he wants. Now he's playing a flute. Playing a flute. I don't know if you used to play a flute. He did. Maybe you're going to see somebody doing this. Maybe somebody really close to you does this. Don't know. He's not saying. He's just showing me himself playing a flute. Maybe you're going to hear one being played. I'm trying to get him to see like what kind of signs he might be leaving lately. Now he just says ice cream. He's just throwing words out today. Hang on, let me ask him. Now he's showing you sitting down at a table in a house by yourself, and there's a plate of like some kind of noodles. Could be spaghetti, I don't know. I don't know if it's, but it's some kind of noodles. And you're just kind of sitting there and you kind of bow your head, whether you're saying a little prayer before your food. Maybe he's saying that you should be grateful for what you're about to eat. And a little tear falls. So I don't know if he's validating that he's seen this. He wants you to be grateful for every single thing you have. Instead of being ungrateful because you don't have more. I think we all do that. He said, so know that things are going to be okay. And I will be bopping in and out in ways I never could before. He says, I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. He said it kind of in a funny way. That's why I'm giggling. I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. So you decide where you want to go. It's time for you to start making those decisions yourself. He says that there's something you've done recently, and I feel like it was a little thing, but it felt like you were disrespecting him, or what's the word I want to use? Or can't think of the word I wanted to use. Dang it! Give me the word. I'm being disloyal to him. Thank you. And he said that's not true. Don't feel guilty if you were attracted to somebody else or some other person smiled at you and you kind of liked it. Don't feel like you're being disloyal to him because he wants you to be happy. It's okay. It's okay to do that. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to move on. And he's giving you permission. It's okay. He says, I will still be there, but I will be there with great joy, knowing that you're going to be happy. I'm here to help you to move forward to be happy. This is what you need to do in your life. So don't go feeling guilty when it comes time to move forward. Because life goes on. So know that that's okay. That's perfectly fine. I will actually rejoice in your happiness. You're beautiful just the way you are. Don't let anybody change you. He's mentioning a herald, but we really stink at names, so it's probably not a herald. It's probably a male with an HHA name. He's not referring to his own name. For some reason, he's acknowledging this person. And I don't know if he's done this before, but he's talking about a grandma that is there with him. Very short. Did he show again? Very short, dark hair, pretty slender. And I always say grandma type figure. The little lady next door might feel more like your grandmother than your real blood grandmother who's clear across the country that you see once a year at Christmas. So it's somebody that feels like a grandmother type figure to him, that he has very much respect for, very much love for, would pretty much do yes ma'am, anything you want to her. And she doesn't really feel overbearing or anything. It's just out of love and respect. He would be that way to her. So hopefully that describes her well enough so you know who it is. And he wants you to know that he's there with her. And he's very happy to be there with her. He loves her very much. He says you have a grandmother looking out for you too. It's up there. Like I said, could be grandmother type figure, could be great grandmother. I know that's kind of broad, it's kind of stretching it out there, but it's just the way it works. She she's a heavier set lady. Kind of robust. Robusty. She looks like a grandma. She looks like a grandma who liked to cook. So call on her anytime you want to. Not only if you're cooking and making a recipe and you go, I know there's another ingredient I need in here. What is it? What is it, Grandma? And then just wait a minute and see what pops in your head. Could be as simple as that. He says there's going to be a girl that's going to be approaching you. And then she may not walk right up, get in your face, go, here I am. But she'll be a new person in your life. You're going to kind of know it when you feel her. He's showing her, yeah, he's showing that she looks similar to you. She feels similar to you. So it's going to be somebody that's on your energy level. It's going to be somebody that's kind of likes the same things you do, eats the same way you do, about the same size of clothing you are, and she's going to be very good for you. So just kind of when a new person like that floats in, instead of going, yeah, okay, hi, how you doing, and ignoring it, just kind of pay attention. Kind of pay attention because this girl will be good for you. He says she will be able to help give you some insights on things you may not have thought of. She'll open new ideas in your head. And kind of bring you some peace. And a little bit of love. So be ready for it. You're not going to go out and find it, her. It's going to come to you. But we have free will choice. They can bring us the best shit in the world, and we have free will choice, and we go, nah, I don't want that. They could bring me the most richest, most gorgeous man in the world, and I go, yeah, no, I don't want that one. I want a guy that digs ditches. That's my free will choice. That's totally up to me. They cannot override those. It's just my guide sit up there and go, why did you do that, Rhonda? Who brought you good shit? It's not the good shit I wanted. I'm kind of dumb like that. So we can mess up our own path. That's why when I read cards for people, I always say, this is the way this situation is right now. It doesn't mean it's going to be that way next week because you have the free will choice to change all of that. It may not be where you're supposed to be going, but I take all these detours. My life path does not go like this on a level plan. It's been on the scenic route quite a few times. So know that the scenic routes are okay. When you get off, meander around and do things that may be off your path, it's actually okay because there's things that you learn out there that you need to learn. We're all here to learn lessons. So he says, don't forget that I love you. Don't forget that I'm here. Oh, I feel I'm getting really strong right now. His energy's getting really, really, really strong. You will be able to feel that at some point. Maybe not now. It may be a while because he was really building his energy up. And I don't know if that takes a lot for them to do. He said, just remember, I'm still here. But that doesn't mean that you don't move forward. You're a beautiful person inside and out. And he gives us like sexy little thing. What is you doing? Do it again. It's a look. It's a when he said inside and out. Like second. Well, I'm old. I can't do it in a sexual way, but that's the way he did it. Sorry. So know that I'm always there to support you. Just ask. Just ask. And I will do what I can if it's in your highest good or your path to help you attain it. You are blessed. A lot more than you know. I keep hearing the word Zen. Z-E-N. And I think I've seen that word quite a bit lately. So, maybe that word's not for you. I keep hearing Zen garden. Zen garden. Just keep that in mind, but don't hold on to it too tight. Okay, my dear. With that, he's going to leave. He's kind of waving, like, he's just kind of tooling along. I was waiting to see if he's going to do something else on his way out. He turned around. He's waving. Just know that I'm always there. Okay, Daddy's gone. Much love to you, my dear. Sorry I took a few extra days off because I was kind of stranded since my truck broke down and I couldn't haul my camper home. So it put me behind a little bit, but I will never be Dial a Psychic. I will never be the one person you can call at the instant that you want to. The girl I go to, I have to book 3 months in advance, and she's very expensive. So, if I was there at everybody's beck and call the second they wanted to dial the phone, then that would mean I wasn't very busy. Then I must probably not very good if I can't be booked up. So anyway, thanks for being patient. I just take everybody in the order that they come. Much love to you, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.